Hey yo, what is up my dudes? It's your boy Max from Witcream Media, and for this video we'll be talking about the top 10 beginner tips we can give you in your Genshin Impact journey. So this is our first Genshin guide and I'm so damn stoked to give you guys some insights as I've been playing this game a lot in my spare time. All the mistakes I did are automatically converted into lessons, which I'm more than happy to share. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Finish your story quests first. Tip number 1. We've all been there, wondering where to go and getting curious all the damn time, but we're not telling you to not get curious, but rather to always prioritize your story quests until you reach the limit of your adventurer rank requirements. Why, you may ask? Well, for starters, it gives a boatload of adventurer rank experience and it allows you more freedom to explore once you hit the AR wall. The sooner you get to your daily quests and battle pass, the more items you can get. But remember, this is just a tip and not a must-do, because if I'm to be completely honest with you, I spent half a day exploring and forgetting I had the main quests going on, which made me fall behind the items and could have forgotten and made exploration a tad bit harder than what it's supposed to be. Always, always, always pick up chests and lootables along the way. So while you're doing your main quests, it's always important to pick up chests and like lootable items such as mushrooms or apples along the way, as this gives you some AR experience and some good loot that you can actually use along the way. So don't underestimate the amount of experience you get from each chest, because once it all piles up, you'll notice that it's actually a lot, and you actually get some pretty neat items along the way too. If a teleporter is near your quest destination, activate it. I cannot stress the importance of teleporters in this game. It's bread and butter in your Genshin journey. Activating these teleporters along the way gives you a lot more convenience in terms of traveling for a quest or simply to get those animoculi. Also note that these teleporters give some AR experience as well, so it is always worth the travel, guys. Next is to abuse the marker function. So here's something that not a lot of people might use, but markers provide extra convenience when you're hunting for anemoculus and chests. It's very underrated, and it needs a lot of love, as this will save you a lot of time when hunting for ascension or crafting materials. Don't hesitate to enhance your weapons and artifacts, especially the 4-star ones. While some of us might get thrifty with our loot, it's not a good idea to hoard them. As you progress later in the game, you might find some of the monsters are getting harder and harder to kill, and that's absolutely normal. The game's basically telling you to enhance your gear, so go ahead and spend them. You'll thank yourself later. Next is to not go willy-nilly on your character ascension. So here's a fact. Genshin is a gacha game in its core, so you may or may not get lucky with your wishes, just like me. So with that being said, it's important to note who are the fun or powerful characters to play with for you to experience better gameplay overall. Keqing, for example, has a lot of utility when reaching islands or with some dungeon requirements, but that doesn't mean you need to ascend him. There are more characters that you can invest in, so unless you find Keqing to be your ultimate husbando, save up for your ascension materials for better characters overall. Never ever forget to talk to NPCs along the way. So a lot of game NPCs give you some great items actually. The nun in Monsat's Cathedral, for example, gives you a solid 4-star artifact, and all you need to do is to reach AR7, bring the blue sky back to Monsat, and talk to her. There are many other NPCs like this, so if you get the chance to talk to one, please make sure you do. And also, someone has to find Timmy's father before the kid gets too depressed. Come on guys, help him, help Timmy. Utilize your surroundings and never skip dialogue. So the beauty of Genshin Impact is in its game mechanics and world design. There's just so many things you can do that it's ridiculous sometimes. With that being said, when you want something done, especially chest puzzles, take a moment to look around and utilize what you can. Those 3 wisps that explode into a wind column, for example, allows you to fly over chests with wind barriers. That tip actually was provided in-game, and it's sort of cute that some people are still missing it because they skipped the dialogue. This game is not a race, guys, so take your time and get to know the beautiful story. It's a good bonus as well. Next is resin, resin, resin. Never forget to spend your resin points every day. Whether you're hunting for ascension, crafting materials, or even AR experience, dungeons or bosses that require resin gives awesome loot that's just too good to pass. Make it a habit to spend it every day, or when you get a chance to play in co-op. Co-op is fun, guys. Give it a try. There are free tools that allow you to track your progress and never miss those sweet ANEMO or GEOCULUS. So when we say that miHoYo cares so much for their player base, we mean it. We've been using the interactive world map tracker since we found it, and boy, oh boy, did it make the gaming experience much better. Make sure to use the website's full potential and don't miss on marking a ANEMOculus that you found. Last but not the least, once you're done with main quests, explore as much as you can. Look, this might sound a bit contradicting with our first few tips, but let's not forget that this game is all about exploring and enjoying the view in this vast and beautiful world. The reason why we made these tips is to simply provide a smoother method of playing the game. There are absolutely no rules in this game, and your imagination is the limit. So don't forget to have fun, and never consider this game as a race. It's just sad to see that some people are so competitive that they end up breaking friendships just because, for the lack of a better term, talk a lot about their progress. So share your roles politely and play with friends. Co-op drops are better anyway. Personally, I've always wanted to go in the mountain regions of China, and man, I was just in pure awe when I traveled to Liwei's mountains. I'm not ashamed to admit that it almost made me teary because the world's pretty much in a bad shape right now, and honestly, Genshin provided me with the psychological therapy that I needed so badly. That's all for this guide, my dear wits. Speaking of friends, did you know that we have a gaming community Discord channel? Well, all these tips are a collective from that channel, so if you want to meet new friends, ask tips, and get answers almost right away, don't hesitate to join our Discord channel. We'll have a link of it down below. We promise not to bite. We promise not to bite. So find friends to play with in Mobile Legends, World of Dragoness, and heck, even Guild Wars 2. And also, before we go, I'd like to give these guys a very special form of thanks for exploring and sharing what they learned on our Discord channel. So we've got Memuri, Kinky, Benedict, or Marshmallows, we got Yuki, we got Earl, and that's definitely an Owu. We have Yui, we have Zaire, we have Lei Loki, Lobby, Chelsea Faith, Space, Edmark, and Gabby Town. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing what you've learned and also sharing it to especially the newcomers. And speaking of newcomers, to all the newcomers in our Discord channel, welcome. Thanks so much for joining, and we hope you guys enjoy your stay. So that's all for now, folks. Peace, be nice, stay safe, and we'll see you next time.